Performance Line. Will Kane makes his way into our studio Wednesdays with Will, as we like to call it. Delight to see you as always. Kane, how are you?
Good morning, fellas.
But before we get to anything else, we got a couple of things. You were in here listening to the end of our previous conversation, and we'll get to Lonzo and LeVar. But I'm told that you had some thoughts on we are running over the course of this week and the next few weeks here as we wrap up what has been this magnificent 18 years, a lot of old moments. And we showed one from, was it 2009?
2009.
When Golic got his legs waxed for losing a bracket wager, and I looked like I was like 16 years old, and I'm told you had thoughts on that. What were your thoughts on my appearance?
I've got so many takes. I hope we have time. And you've had so many things this morning that I found fascinating that we got to get to, including some baseball stats on the Keuchel versus Kershaw matchup last night. But the big takeaway for me from the show so far has been this 2009 video where, Golic, you are the centerpiece of the video, getting your legs waxed. But one can't help but notice you, Greeny, throughout the entire video. And I know it didn't escape your attention either. It's dated 2009.
Yeah.
You have a 1970s mop haircut. I guess that would technically be like a 60s haircut.
Uh-huh.
You're wearing clearly a double XL shirt, and I would say the jeans are probably 36 waist, 36 length. You are being absolutely swallowed by your clothes.
Yeah. It's not a great look. For those of you watching on ESPN2 right now, you see the picture of what I looked like. That's what I looked like. It was my first reaction, too. What was I thinking? Like, you look back at it and you think, what was I thinking? It was 2009. It does. I look like David Cassidy as Keith Partridge. That's what I look like. I look like I should be singing Come On, Get Happy.
But here's the deal. I don't think you're alone. Somewhere, I believe, in the last 5 to 10 years, everyone figured out you should buy clothes that fit.
Yeah.
Every dude running around out there was buying clothes to the size he wished he was. I wish I lifted more.
Yeah.
So I better go ahead and get the bigger size in case I grow into it.
So here's the thing. I don't think anyone, the day we did that, was walking around saying, boy, what's Greeny doing? Like, maybe they were doing it behind my back, but that's what I looked like every single day then.
The thing I noticed so much, Will, and I said it from 2000 to now, is his hair color's never changed. So I want to know when he started coloring his hair.
As God is my witness, I do not color my hair.
Whatever.
I have not colored my hair, and I will not color my hair. I'm looking forward to Salt and Pepper. I believe it will give me gravitas.
You told me to put my beard back on for gravitas, so
Correct.
I know you value gravitas. Second observation from this video, you guys are aging like fine wine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing that because, hey, you're doing this Wednesdays with Will thing. I'm glad to be here. Men might have a sweet spot, and you guys are in that, of course, you look good in your 20s when everything's still in the right place. And then I think you go through that, hey, the fruit's starting to turn, and you can see the bruises on the banana kind of thing in your 30s and 40s, and come out the other side, and I don't want to put numbers on it.
Right.
You guys can put the numbers where you want.
I'm 54. I got no problem.
But you start coming out the other side, and you're like, hey, that banana's not bad. I know it's been sitting around for a few days, but I'm going to eat that banana. And I think you guys are hitting a.
I could have lived with a different analogy, but I do understand the point you're making.
Yeah.
And I think it is well taken. I think what you're trying to say is
we look good.
We look fantastic.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to say?
I would venture this. You put that 2009 video against your 2017 video, and you're going to get 100% approval rating that you look better now.
So that's what it is. It's not that we look good. It's like we look so bad then that now we just look a little better now.
Look, the bottom line of it is we do look fabulous. And one last thing on this, and then we'll get to sports here with Will, is people who are relatively new to our show still hear me every now and again make fat jokes about Golic, but all of the humor has gone out of them because Golic is not fat. So I'm always kind of happy when we see the old pictures because you were fat.
I was.
You were a fat man, and now I basically made my career making fat jokes about
us
you.
Us fat people prefer big bones.
Well, no, but now look at you. That's the difference in you. I mean, that picture.
Absolutely.
Look at his face. Look at it. We're showing it right now, and he has. Look at the man's face. He looked like a blowfish. Comparatively
that might be a little much.
You look much better.
I was just
now.
recently out of my athletic career during that picture.
Obviously.
It was more recent anyway. Okay, let's move on from that. Anyway, Will, I appreciate you bringing that up and taking a moment to mock us here on our own show. Okay, now let's get to LeVar, because I've been hesitant to get too into this because there is a part of me, as I prefaced my comments a moment ago by saying that I don't like telling other people how they should parent their children, and I don't feel like I'm doing that here. I am a parent. All three of us are dads sitting at this table, and I don't invite other people to tell me how they think I should go about it, and so I don't feel comfortable telling others how they should go about it. But this, to me, has gone beyond that now. This is where if you're a person who is close to this guy in his life, close to Lonzo Ball, and you can't see that what you're doing, unless I'm missing something, is having a deleterious impact on his career. It's actually affecting him in a negative way. That's the part of this I find the most confusing.
Well, first, you don't like telling other people how to parent out loud.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend you don't turn to Stacy at home after drop-off at school or going to the playground going, can you believe the way they're raising that boy?
Right. I wouldn't say it on the air.
Right. Look, this will be a first for me, I believe. I don't believe in a year's news cycle of LeVar Ball I have ever defended him on anything. And this would include the fact that I would say 6 months ago I said he's putting a target on his son's back by saying negative things about not only active NBA players like LeBron James, but NBA legends like Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan. He's going to make it harder on his son, Lonzo Ball. However, my greatest fear was for the locker room he would end up putting Lonzo in. That he could walk into a locker room where his teammates don't have the warmest, fuzziest feelings about the guy that they're now supposed to invest their franchise in. But I'm not worried about what LeVar does to Lonzo's opponents. I'm not worried about how much he motivates Lonzo's opponents. So what? If he's making it so every opponent raises their level of competition for Lonzo Ball, so be it. I fully believe that Lonzo Ball is going to be a star in the NBA, regardless of how hard everyone else tries. When it's all said and done, he's going to be amazing. And to me, it's a little bit like a dad who plays his son up when he's 10 years old competing against 13-year-olds or 9-year-olds against 14-year-olds, whatever. He's making it difficult, and that I think the son, if he's worth his salt, will rise to the challenge. It just doesn't concern me that Patrick Beverley had a little extra for Lonzo Ball. Ultimately, Lonzo's got to rise to that occasion anyway.
I say it does concern me, and I'll tell you why. Because this is basketball where teams take nights off, where teams aren't always ready to go for 48 minutes every night. And he's making everyone who plays the Lakers, and specifically everyone who plays against his son, act like that night is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And I think that actually does impact everybody. Mike, this is not football, where in every single game everyone's playing as hard as they can and giving it everything they have every single night. I don't hear people talking that way about De'Aaron Fox. I don't hear people talking that way about Jason Tatum. Oh, my God, I'm going to shut. Yeah, do people always go after the big, high-profile rookie a little bit? Yeah. But I don't hear them talking about Jason Tatum that way or De'Aaron Fox that way or Fultz, who obviously is struggling with an injury now.
Yeah. My point is I lean toward the way of Phil, or Will, and I just said that last segment is players are going to get up to play against other players anyway, especially rookies. But why give them extra incentive to knock him down like Beverly did the first time he crossed half court, to take that extra shot? Why at the highest level, why give anybody incentive to do that? I don't think it makes sense. Now, my problem was, what I said was not so much the opponents, though I do think there's no need to do it. It's LeVar and hopefully not alienating or how the teammates think of Lonzo. All you hear, he's a great kid and everybody likes him. But at some point, when does too much of dad rub that the wrong way? And as I said in that video about Washington better look out. Lonzo doesn't lose again this week. Not the Lakers don't lose again this week. So there's no team concept with LeVar. It's big baller brand. It's LeVar, look at me, or it's my kid's better than everybody out there. So in the long run, Will, my concern is just what you said early on, and that's what I said. In that locker room.
Yeah.
And I think Lonzo's a good enough kid to hopefully that won't happen because all you hear is it's really good with him. But LeVar just keeps busting his presence in there. Everybody puts a microphone in his face, and he has no problem using it.
I'm with you lockstep. I'm not worried about his competition. I'm worried about his teammates. And Greeny, I'm sorry it's a cliche, but I think the answer to your concerns is iron sharpens iron, trial by fire, all these platitudes. The truth of the matter is, if Lonzo gets everybody's best for 82 games, he's going to be more prepared for the playoffs when everybody gives you their best.